Okay, so now we're talking about conclusions in informational writing. So here are the different ways that you can conclude your writing. Call the reader to action, how can you help, paint a picture, why the topic matters, and end with a quote. So right here, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways. Your job will be to list 3 different ways you conclude your informational writing. Let's find out more about each different way. Can you tell that I really love that you're able to see my screen? Call the reader to action. So this gives the reader something to do with the new information you have given them. Now that they know all about your topic, what should they do next? Here's the example. One of the best things you can do to help snakes is to learn more about them. The more people understand snakes, the easier it will be to live in harmony with them. This is a fantastic way to end informational writing with all of the facts and the knowledge that you've given your reader. You could also end your persuasive writing the same exact way. What are they going to do now that you've persuaded them? Call to action is a great way to end many different writing assignments. How can you help? This sounds a little similar to what we just talked about, but how you can help. Whew. Many informational writers will explain how people can help if the topic is in need. Writers try to connect the topic to people. So people can help butterflies. They can plant flowers and trees. They can put fewer poisons on plants. People can make safe places for butterflies to live. Obviously, this writing was all about butterflies, but if you really make your reader feel connected to the topic, they're going to think and understand the information a bit more. Think about the information. They're going to feel connected to them because it affects them personally. It's an awesome way to conclude your writing. Paint a picture. Now notice it says paint a picture conclusion because if you've already watched the introduction video, that's another way that you can begin your writing as well. So writers describe the topic in which they are writing about and they leave the reader with a mental image of your topic. The same as before, except you're doing it at the end of your writing. The world's oceans are still full of these amazing and beautiful creatures. Judging by the picture, and the title, it's about dolphins. That's a great way to wrap it up. You've left them with that image in their head. Love it. Why the topic matters. Leave the reader with something important or fascinating about the topic. Why is this particular topic so important? So, most snakes are not harmful to humans. I didn't know that. They are important to the balance of nature. They keep the population of rats, mice, and birds under control. To me, if this were my paper, and I'm just judging by the conclusion, remember how we talked about your conclusion, you're kind of reminding your reader what you've just said in your body paragraphs? If this were my paper, I probably had body paragraphs explaining how they kept the population of rats, mice, and birds under control, probably with some facts about how they did that as well. This conclusion right here leaves you with something important to think about, but also could potentially wrap up, summarize what you've already written about. And then this is a really great one. End with a quote. Leave your reader with something to think about by quoting another author or expert in the area of your topic. That's really important to remember. Choose a quote that helps support a point you are trying to make. So there's no reason to be scared of snakes, says Minot. But she admits that it is a challenge to keep snakes happy in their cages. They are extremely good escape artists, she says. If they find an opening, they use it. All the snake examples. The reason why it's so important to choose someone carefully when you're choosing who to quote, if you're writing an informational text about Jane Addams, Thomas Edison, Sojourner Truth, Frederick Douglass, if you're choosing one of those people, you want an expert in the field of those people. Just like they have an expert about snakes as their quote, it seems credible. That means that they obviously have knowledge and they're an expert in that area. You would not quote me if you're writing a paper about snakes. I am not an expert at snakes. I'm afraid of snakes. I would not be a credible person to quote. If you were writing a paper on how to be a teacher, then I would have a little bit more information on that. You have to choose people that go along with your topic. You cannot have a paper about butterflies and quote John Cena. It makes no sense. So these are the different ways that you can conclude your writing. Hopefully you've come up with 3 different ways that you can conclude your writing, and make sure you write it as a part of your homework assignment. Thanks.